Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line. Come out to the 25. Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Fights through him. Touchdown, 49ers.
But what do coaches tell us all the time, CD? We've got to get our playmakers more involved. And certainly running with the football is one way, and it paid off right there.
And you talk about paying off to great effect. How about the big explosive play that was a result of that play call? Big-time execution on that one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here's Traymon Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 23.
Now Wilson.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Really good coverage all over the field. And it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
They've got his man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into dangerous.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance, according to Next Gen Stats.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So part of it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
To throw, it's Lance.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Slot man moves right. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done, so I think going for it there was the right call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they get something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway, but a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Lance to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. They'll set a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think every player in the NFL would want to come back from injury, as Nick Bosa did last season. 15.5 sacks, 4th in the NFL, after playing in only 2 games the prior season due to a knee injury.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And some room to roam now. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
On play action, Lance.
And that will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quad Williams. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. After the interception, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Niners will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
On the set. Right, 97.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. Here we go with McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout coming here defensively, as on 4th down, may as well make them punt it.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Lance looking to throw it. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Now Wilson on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, Wilson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw again is Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. In motion, the tight end.
On first down, Lance.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
They go play action with Wilson.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Now this offense, yeah, they keep wanting more, but they kind of got to be careful here, CD. I mean, we're still in the third quarter. This game isn't over yet.
I would agree with you there, because while they've had all kinds of success and hit on some deep balls like this, the one thing they can't do is start to get loose with the football. A lot of time left, as you mentioned, and if they keep turning it over, they'll bring them back into the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Lance now on first down. He's got Ayuk once again.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
On the double.
And Lance now to throw.
Buying time to his left. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Lance again. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
First down, San Francisco.
Now Lance. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Play action. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score. Broncos 28, 49ers 17.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. They go play action now. Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40.
Ray McLeod.
And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's McLeod on the return. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Niners on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Lance looks to throw again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, 49ers.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Diamador Lenore up to make the tackle. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Wilson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. There he goes right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Able to get this to Patrick. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Wilson to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's Wilson. his throw is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll look to throw.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. 14. He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Back to throw.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Well, it took us until the final play.